All right, what is up, everybody? UFC San Diego. Post-fight coverage kicks off with the post-fight press conference because we just saw ourselves a hell of an event, a very entertaining main event that was won in ferocious fashion by Marlon Cheeto Vera. Devastating head kick to the face of Dominic Cruz. Sends the former champion to the mat. He follows up. Herb Dean did the hokey pokey a little bit and then hopped on in and stopped the fight. Another win. Another incredible performance from Marlon Cheeto Vera. But Dominic Cruz, the man, showed up to fight in his home city because that was a entertaining affair. And it was an entertaining card from pretty much start to finish, Casey Leiden, as we going to hear from some of the notable names from the event. Dana White is in San Diego, so I assume we will hear from him at some point here. We'll hear from Nate Landwehr, who might be the guy who probably had the stock rise the most after just one of the most ridiculous fights I've ever seen in the co-main event, defeating David Onama.
The penultimate fight.
That was damn good. That was a damn good penultimate fight.
That's about as good a penultimate you're going to get. That was an amazing penultimate fight.
Nate Landwehr is just hilarious. I was laughing. Like, I was literally laughing out loud watching the fight because it was so good, and just Nate in general. Just watching him like win the fight, but like almost kind of lose the fight at the same time, because all he had to do is just basically sit on top of David Onama for the rest of the third round and he would have won. But he was just like, nah, I want to get back to the feet and let's just fight on the feet. Let's make the fans happy. And it almost cost him the fight, but in the end, it didn't. He won.
I mean, I scored the fight a draw, but I get it. Nate won, but I actually had I thought his showboating. Talk about the penultimate fight, the co-main event. I thought his showboating actually cost him the third round. But regardless, what a fight! What a freaking fight! I think we expected a fun fight, a violent fight, but that was just that was insane. Sorry, I have some construction going on next door. Like, you have your landscaper issues, I got some construction issues going on, but here we are.
Yes, and you would have thought that clearly the Battle of the Yasmins was the no-brainer fight of the night, and then that fight happens, and now we get ourselves a bit of a competition. And then the main event was really good too, so we have quite the competition for fight of the night, do we not?
There's competition all on this card. I mean, it's gonna be hard. We say this a lot. I just hope the UFC gives up just bonuses to everyone. Everyone that got to finish, give out a couple of fight night bonuses. Hey, UFC, you brag about how much money you're making, spread the wealth. Give it to the fighters. They're the ones that are. That's why we're tuning in. They showed up. They performed. They put everything out there. They gave a heck of a show to the fans in San Diego, and I hope the UFC rewards them fairly because they deserve it. That was awesome. What an awesome card. I had, decent expectations for the card. I liked the card. I wasn't pooping on it like some people were. But I was like, it's a free fight night card. But, man, it killed. It killed. It was freaking awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just awesome. Was that the general consensus? I was kind of offline too. I wasn't really paying attention online, but it seems like everyone is just, everyone loved it. Yeah, good. That was wild.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good card. I think there was only
a lot of upset, a lot of underdogs won. Just
yeah,
it was great, man.
Even I've forgotten Angela Hill and Lupi Godinez was a fun fight.
Yeah,
I mean, not to anybody's surprise there. That was fun. There were a couple of not all that thrilling bouts, but for the most part, all the fights are really, really fun and entertaining and just excellent stuff. I don't know how the bonuses are going to happen, but if Gerald Mearshart gets a bonus, then I win the game because I was probably the only one who picked that. Great card indeed.
What did I say coming into? I thought Angela and Lupita were going to get fight of the night. It's not going to get fight of the night, but it was a heck of a fight. What did I pick? Oh, you know what? I picked O'Day Osborne for performance tonight. Nope, went to the other guy, Tyson Nam. So congratulations to Tyson Nam. One of the hardest hitters in the flyweight division. Good Lord, that man can swing. And I forgot who I was going to give the other performance bonus to. But oh yeah, Yasmin. I think I'm thinking
Yasmin,
Yasmin,
right?
but yeah. The Yasmin. Oh, I. You know what? We're gonna be saying this young lady's name a lot, so I need to pronounce it right. Yasmin
Yargui.
Yargui. She was awesome, and her opponent Yasmin Lucindo is awesome too. She's just young, and I hope she gets a very slow roll. I think she's only 20 years old. I would hate for her to like lose 3 fights, and by 21, her career's done. So please take her slow, UFC. But Yasmin Yargui, whoo, she is fun to watch.
Yeah, I saw a couple of people say that she kind of looked like a young version of Joanna in a way. I saw that from a couple of people. I get where those people are coming from. I wouldn't quite put it that high, but I definitely see there's definitely some similarities there. I will say that.
I was talking to some people who are more familiar for fights in combate, and they said actually she fights a lot like Brandon Moreno. You just didn't get to see any ground tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah. They said there's a lot of Brandon Moreno. That's what I was asking him. I was asking some friends who work for combate. Is like, how's her ground? I mean, I know it was an awesome fight, but we saw it was no mixing of the martial arts. It was a pure kickboxing match. So I was like, well, how was the other martial arts? And they said she's very competent in those fields as well. So they told me the Brandon Moreno comparison. So super excited about her. She looks just fun and just good on the mic. And, it was great. Oh, what a crowd, man! What a crowd tonight. That was
They're fired up.
Yeah, it was just a great crowd. It was just I'm all the wooers. They kind of got it out of their system. I think by the first 3 or 4 fights. So once the fights started going, all the woo, they were gone. And it was just a good crowd. Hey, so I predicted that. Oh, sorry. Go on.
We have breaking news.
We
have bonuses. Breaking news music. Okay. It's just a typical night of bonuses. 2 performance bonuses and a fight of the night. Fight of the night goes to, I don't think anyone's surprised by this, Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. Performance bonus, Marlon Vera. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. And Tyson Nam gets the other performance bonus. So welcome back, Tyson Nam. Not a bad night for you. So Nam, Vera, Landwehr, Onama gets the fight of the night, and then Nam and Vera get the performance bonuses. So $50,000 a piece.
I hope the UFC gives a little those mailbox checks or whatever that Anthony Pettis called them because both Yasmins deserve some extra cash too. And Priscilla Cachoeira, give her some money. That was a very unexpected knockout in under a minute. I don't think anyone called that one.
Mearshart was like a 3-1 dog and didn't get it.
Oh, Mearshart
plus 245 underdog. Plus 245 dog didn't get a bonus.
Were you the only one that picked on our staff picks? Did you pick Mearshart?
I think so.
Yeah, way to go. Good job. Oh yeah,
Tyson Nam was the biggest underdog on the entire card. So,
dude, Josh Quinlan didn't get anything.
Yeah, he should get multiple bonuses. There should be a sportsmanship bonus, and he
should
get that too.
$50K for not deading Jason Witt once because he could have Dan Hendersoned him. Michael Bispinged him rather. He was so out, but awesome, just awesome work. Crazy, awesome, good fights.
Submission bonuses.
Yeah. Oh man, let me see what we got here. Let me look at some comments we got here. The anti-Hendo bomb, yeah.
The anti-Hendo bomb, yes, I like that. I like that a lot. To have the wherewithal in your 6th pro fight, your first UFC fight, good on Josh Quinlan. Okay. And that guy went through a lot to get to this fight. So,
people in the comments, I'm not going to ban you yet, but don't make me see all this trolling on Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is one of the best bantamweights ever to enter the octagon. He fought a hell of a fight, and he just lost tonight. After, would you have him up 2-1? I think at first 2 rounds.
I had Vera up 2-1.
Yeah, Vera 2-1.
I gave Vera the first round. It was close. If you gave it to Cruz, I'm not going to argue with you because Cruz looked sensational in that first round. Mm-hmm. But the difference, I thought the knockdown just slightly swayed the weight, which is fine. I mean, either way, I don't really care how you scored it. No one's really wrong. I'm actually curious to see how the judges actually scored it, but so I had a 2-1 for Vera, but if you had a 2-1 for Cruz heading into round 4, I wouldn't have faulted you whatsoever. And one guy, by the way, that probably should get a performance bonus as well for his social media work is head coach Eric Nixick from Extreme Couture, who literally less than a minute before the knockout happens, tweets this out. Dom tends to roll his head off to his right with his right hand down. Left kick by Cheeto would be a great answer to that. And then literally less than a minute later, Cheeto kicks him right in the face with the left foot. Just Nixick's just the man. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's why they're good coaches out there, man. They see the fight at a different level than our normal eyes. They just but that's what makes Dom so impressive. Honestly, even though they got knocked out, there's just so much tape on him, and we know fighters know how he's gonna fight. And just how old is Dom now? 37. What is Dom? He's in the upper 30s, right? Yeah. He's just that. I don't want not a second slower, but like just a half second slower, and that's all it takes when you fight high level guys like Marlon Vera. And credit to Vera, he took some shots. But nothing seemed to hurt him. Much like the Rob Font fight, ate a bunch of shots, but
nothing hurts that man.
Nothing hurts him, man. Nothing hurts him. Nothing hurts him. Like everyone's calling Dominic Cruz. Oh, you have like pillow fist. What Rob Font is like pillow fist too. It's like just give credit to Marlon Vera for having just some outer worldly chin and just skin. Like he doesn't even mark up. Like I have marks all over my forehead just from like light clinching. Like I get bruised up all over my face, and this guy is taking fist to the face in a cage from the best fighters in the world, and like it just looks like he went for a jog. It's just doesn't make sense to me, but it's incredible. But no Dominic Cruz slander in this chat, I tell you. No,
he
Dominic
looked
Cruz.
good. He was hit. I mean, he was cracking Vera at certain points. Yeah. Cracking him with like 8 punch combinations, and Vera's just a zombie, man. Like it's got to be. I said this after the Font fight. It's got to be so frustrating to fight a guy like that because you feel like you're no pun intended. You feel like you're cruising. You feel like you're landing big shots. You feel like you're getting ahead. You're starting to inch away more and more as like each minute passes. And then he just hits, and then Vera just hits you one time and you fall down. Like every time he connected, Cruz hit the mat. It's just crazy. And it was the same thing with the Font fight. Like Font would hit him like 50 times, and then Vera would just hit him once, and Font would just go down in a heap. It's just crazy.
But Cruz is
like you said, it's not just that. Yeah, it's not just like the not being hurt thing, but like there's not a mark on him. It doesn't even look like he's in a fight. It's insane. Yeah. It's insane.
And but credit to Cruz too. He got knocked down 2 times, I think, in that fight, or maybe 3 times. But like he just 3. He got knocked down 3. Are we counting the kick, or was he knocked
4
down?
Actually, 4 at the kick. 4.
Okay, well 3 times before that, and he seemed to recover so well though. I'm like, okay, when he gets hit, he's often doing this thing, so maybe he's like rolling it a bit, or he's kind of a little off balance. Man, so I was just super impressed with Dominic's recovery ability. He did the same thing in the Pedro Munoz fight too. He got dropped 2 times in the first round. So that I was thinking of that fight. I was like, oh, okay. No, Dom does get hit. He recovers fast, and he remains still in the game. But by taking that foot across the face, oh my God! Did you see? I think everyone saw it, but Cruz's nose instantly goes sideways, like right when that kick landed. Nasty. I was like, oh,
that's a bad one.
But,
so now I mean, I'm not surprised, but no Nate Landwehr at the press conference, which is kind of too bad because I'd love to hear from him. Maybe they could like zoom him in from the waiting room at the hospital, just because it's just so fun. Like it's just a game trying to figure out exactly what the man is saying. Because that cut like afterwards, you could tell he was trying to like cut a promo that he had been working on, and the only thing I understood was that Hurricane Shane, is basically like, I'm going to come through with like some fair weather or something like that. Like, and I couldn't understand anything else he was saying. He's just so fun. So we're not going to hear from him. Dominic Cruz, I would be stunned if we see Dominic Cruz, but Dominic's the kind of guy who will just like walk in and just stand up on his feet and just answer a bunch of questions. Even if the UFC is like, nah, dude, I don't want you to do this. He's like, no, it's my hometown. I'm coming. So maybe just Dana White and Marlon Vera.
maybe. Yeah.
perhaps.
We did. I'm assuming our man on the ground, Jose, already got Miss Uruguay. Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we are waiting for Mr. Dana White and Mr. Cheeto Vera. So let me go to the comments.
So,
But real quick too. Am I wrong? But that fight legitimately could have been stopped in the first round. Talking about Landwehr Onama. Like if they would have stopped that, I think Bisping was like that fight should be stopped, and like just incredible, Who was the ref for that? Was it Beltran? Mike Beltran?
no Dana either.
What?
No Dana.
Wow. All right.
So I guess it's gonna be the Marlon Vera show, and that's okay.
That's okay.
And that's okay.
Man, he's your promoter. Come out here, man. Talk about how awesome this card was, man. Jeez.
Which fight are you talking? Oh, the referee for the co-main.
Yeah. Who was the ref for that? Well, either way, he did a great job.
It was
did a great job.
Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran. Yeah. Mike Beltran, great
I
job
thought
letting that ride out and letting it ride out for Onama too on the other side in round 2. Like there were moments too I felt he couldn't like you're not doing enough, but he let these professional fighters do their thing and take the proper amount of punishment because they were still in the fight. And just a good job reffing, amazing fight, amazing heart from both fighters. Man, that fight was just nuts. That fight was what a privilege that we got to see that on free TV tonight. Was that on ESPN or was that just ESPN Plus today? I don't even know.
I watched it on Plus, but
yeah, I only watched
probably on ESPN as well.
Yeah, but just high on that.
Which is why I expected Dana to be here, just to be like, see, assholes, never judge a book by its cover, bro. Don't be judging cards before they happen.
Yeah, I did not poo-poo in this card, by the way. I was just it's a fine night card. But I was surprised. I was surprised in some of the bout order, but hey, man, paid off. Everything was good. All right, what we got?
Everything went down the way it was supposed to go down. So,
Hargui is it
Hayurgi?
Hayurgi, man. Okay. I apologize to Jasmine once we find out.
We will all learn it.
Yeah. Hayurgi.
I've heard it pronounced like 5 different ways.
Yeah.
If you watch like a Combate Global event, it's pronounced like she fought in like a one-night tournament. It was pronounced like 7 different ways during that tournament. So,
all right, what we got here? So
we'll have a post-fight show after this as well. Beltran did horribly, in my opinion. Should have been stopped to the second. I didn't see it as competitive as others are saying. So I thought that was like as clear of a 10-8 round as you could possibly get in that second round. But the third, I thought it was a little hairy heading into the third round on the Onama side because James Krause just kept asking him over and over again, like, do you want to keep fighting? Do you want to keep fighting? And he didn't respond at all. And I understand why, because you just got punched in the face 60 times and you're exhausted, you're tired. But he got up and I just don't, so much respect for these athletes. I don't know where that comes from. Because Onama must have been, he was just exhausted after the first round. Then he got beat down in the second. Somehow finds the will to go into the third, to stand up, takes a beating for like 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the third round, and then almost steals the freaking fight in the third, which is nuts.
I gave him the third round. I gave him the third round. What were the judges? Did every judge give Onama round 1, I assume? 10-9?
Let me pull up the cards. Those are 2 fights. There were 2 fights I wanted to see the cards. The co-main and the main. Let's see.
I have it. Oh no,
you got it.
No, I just have the scores. I don't have the round by round. I went to MMA.
10-8s and all 10-8s in the second for all 3 judges. Michael Bell scored the third round for Onama. He had the draw
Michael Bell
card.
scored it the same. Yeah, me and Michael Bell scored it the same.
And then Camijo and Cleary both scored. Gave rounds 2 and 3 to Landwehr, with 2 being a 10-8. For the 29-27.
So every round 1 went to a Nama 10-9. Okay.
Yep.
I kind of like.
And let me see.
Yeah.
I want to see what the main event card looks like. So yeah, I mean, again, nobody's surprised. And I was live blogging, so I have to go back and watch that first round because I scored it for Vera, but I must have missed some stuff because there was pace was fast and ferocious. But all 3 judges had Cruz up 29-28 heading into the 4th round,
which is how I had it too. But I understand how you can give round 1 to Cheeto. It's not. I don't think that's egregious, but it's just.
Yeah.
Hi, Casey.
Oh no.
Hi, Casey. It's Kenny.
Is that Kenny? Is that Kenny Hathaway from MMA Junkie?
It is. I just wanted to wreck your show and say what's up.
Well, you did wreck it, so congratulations, MMA Junkie.
Now Oscar came on here too.
Our competitors.
Too.
We don't like you. We're MMA fighting. You're MMA Junkie.
You look good. You look
Do
good,
I?
bro. You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad he didn't put the camera on. Yeah, you look good. Looking svelte.
All right. All right. I like this guy. Come back anytime.
Mike, I think you look good as well. I won't let this go just unequal. Mike's good as well.
Oh yeah, Mike, you look good too. Oscar was team Mike. I'm team Casey.
Oh.
I appreciate that from all of you.
We have Mike here because we didn't get Dana, so at least we get someone who looks similar.
I couldn't help you figure that out. All right, I'll let you guys go. You guys are the best.
See, us MMA media, we're so competitive. We just hate each other. Like, stop stealing our stories.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have Dana, so we got Mike, who kind of looks like Dana.
Yeah, he looks same thing. Yeah.
Just because, stop. Yeah, funny stuff. See, spreading the love.
You guys. We got some. While we're waiting for Mr. Vera.
Oh, I mean, hey, listen, it's an honor to me.
You're his only friend. You. Oh. All right. Yeah, it seems like what do you think about that? What do you think?
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna blame James Krause for not stopping it. He knows his fighter better than anybody else. He's worked with David Onama for a long time. He's seen David at his best. He's seen him at his worst. If there's one guy who is going to be able to make that decision over anybody else on planet Earth, it's James Krause. So it was a little scary. I thought about it. I was like, man, I wonder if at any point if he's going to throw in the towel or if like Mike Beltran's paying attention to this at all and he's going to have a short leash. Clearly he didn't. And James let him go. And it turned out to be kind of the right call because like we talked about, last 30 seconds, David was throwing bombs and like had Landwehr in trouble at the end of the 3rd round. So, but it was a little disturbing to watch James ask him over and over again if he wanted to keep fighting, and Onama just had like no response. He was pretty much unresponsive, trying to like gather his wits to him, which I get, but it was tough to watch. But again, James knows David better than anybody else does. So
yeah,
I have nothing bad to say.
And if Krause throws in the towel, that's $50K that maybe neither fighter gets, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's, honestly, like neither, like that, so, I mean, I don't want to justify the CTE and damage that both men took that following round, because both guys did get hit a lot in that 3rd round, not Onama, Landwehr got hit a lot in that 3rd round too. But because that 3rd round happened, we got a fight of the year candidate, and both men got that $100K. Because if that fight gets ended in the 2nd round, most likely the Yasmin show gets fight of the night, I would think. 100%. So James Krause cost both Yasmins $50,000. That's why I'm seeing this as. What a jerk.
So 91, Nate Landwehr outlands David Onama 91-71 significant strikes, 133-79 overall. Round 2, 43-8. for landwear. That was crazy numbers.
Yeah.
And then 27-17 in the third. Onama outlanded him 46-21 in the first. It was just a crazy fight. Just the output in that first round was nuts.
Going back to the main event, look at this comment right here. Cruz looked better than ever. There's actually
good.
There's actually a bit of an argument for that. I mean, I'm not counting like championship prime Cruz, but like what Dominic Cruz, kind of like how we have him now. In the last couple of years, I would say so. He looked pretty awesome. He looked like he had a great chin. He was taking shots, but he was recovering fast. Hey, and if this was a 3-round fight, he goes home, he wins. But of course, they're fighting 5 rounds, so that's neither here nor there. But Cruz did not look so. Thank you, Dominic Cruz looked great. Chito Vera was just Chito Vera tonight, and he just finally saw those tendencies, and he got him that kick. Oh, good Lord, that kick.
It's just such a difference maker when you have a guy like Marlon Vera at 135 who could just drop you with every strike he lands. And that was the thing. Like, it was such a dumb breakdown of the fight, but it was absolutely true with this one. If Dominic Cruz just cannot, if he can go without getting knocked out, he had a very good chance to win. Like, if that went to a decision, it was probably 2-2 going into round 5, because he probably loses the 4th the way that it was starting out. Because Vera was starting to get cooking. Like, he was starting to get comfortable. He's starting to find his range. He's starting to land more at will. So if he just doesn't get kicked in the face like that, that's going around 5 at a 2-2 fight. It's a whole different ball game. But I mean, it's just so silly to say words like, if you don't get knocked out, you might win.
Yeah.
That's like saying the football team who scores more points is going to win. Like, You know what I mean? But in this fight in particular, like, a lot of bantamweight fights they usually go the distance. It's not, you don't typically get a ton of finishes in these bantamweight fights. And unless you fight Marlon Vera, then you can get some finishes, because that dude just hits so freaking hard. Man. Game of inches, baby. Game of inches. Yeah, for anyone saying that Dominic Cruz didn't look good tonight, it's just crazy.
It was just 2 A-level bantamweights, and someone had to lose tonight. That's all.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things.
High level stuff.
High level stuff. Just a privilege if you're an MMA fan to watch to be able to spend your Saturday afternoon watching that fight. That's awesome. So we are still waiting for Mr. Vera, and no Dana White apparently. He's got other things to do in San Diego. He doesn't want to talk to you, the fans.
Nope.
Got some comments up here.
Cheeto is a killer. Against volume strikers, she will find his shot. Give him Max Holloway next to test this theory, though.
Why
would he do that? I mean, I'd watch it, but
I'll watch it, but
but there's that fight literally does nothing for Max Holloway. Like, nothing at all.
Yeah, Vera would come. Okay, that's okay. Maybe this gentleman just forgot about the weight classes. Yeah. That's all.
No, unless maybe Vera doesn't want to wait and just wants to go up to 45. Vera's like a lighter weight Derek Lewis in a sense, that he's waiting for that perfect opportunity and doesn't mind losing until he gets it. I mean, I get where you're coming from.
There's hints of it there. I see it. Yeah. Well, in the sense that Derek Lewis doesn't really, I don't know, he doesn't cut, he doesn't really bruise, he's just kind of like ow, but I know I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just, can someone go back in the archives and just try to find Chito Vera looking beat up even in his losses? When I don't really, I can't remember the details of it. I know he lost it. I know he lost the fight to Aldo. What was that fight like? Did Aldo was he really torn up after that fight as far as his face, or did he just kind of lose?
He just lost. It was one of those fights that was like, okay, like Aldo's just that night was better. It wasn't like Vera. It wasn't one of those things where it's just like, oh, Vera had no right being in the cage with a guy like Jose Aldo.
They fight 100 times. Aldo wins every time. Wasn't one of those fights.
Yeah, it was one of those things where like, okay, like Vera. It was one of those fights where Vera proved he belonged at the top of the division, but Although it's just better that night.
Yeah.
Spoiled tonight? Yeah. I mean, listen, it was crazy night. It's just so different when there's fans.
Oh, yeah.
Don walking forgot. That was a great walkout. That was a great walkout. Well done. I always like. I mean, when he walks to Cypress Hill, I don't get upset about that at all because he always comes out to if I could just kill a man. Here is something you can't understand.
Whoa.
So it was a little. Yeah, it's a great song.
So if you're wondering why Dana White's not here, busy. 5 Pillars is suggesting he's busy to show up to do his things that promoters do. But yeah, I guess there's other things to do.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Steve-O right now.
All right, what we got here? Oh, let's talk about this a little bit.
Happy to see Angie win a close decision. Yes.
She was finally on that. Because Loopy could have gotten the decision, and I think it wouldn't have been a robbery. I think I'm going to go to MMA decisions to see what the media thought of that fight. Okay, so media had looks like about 80% of the media had it for Hill, 29-28, and 3 of them had it for Godinez. So it was obviously close enough where if it would have gone to Loopy, we would have kind of maybe shaken our fist and go, Angela Hill. I thought I scored for Angela Hill, but I honestly thought this is classic Angela Hill territory, though. What did you think?
I thought we were going to Splitty City. I scored it for Angela, but I definitely thought we were going to Splitty City. I was a little stunned, although I shouldn't have been stunned because I literally said that this could happen. Like, this could be a fight if Loopy just wrestles. Like, she'll win 30-27. But maybe just being in front of the crowd and seeing, like, how jacked up Angela Hill is fighting at home, and if the crowd's, like, boisterous, maybe that'll affect the way Loopy actually fights. And then Loopy landed some big shots in that first round, which is not typical for her. Like, her striking's getting better, but, you know, she's more of a wrestler, take you down and just beat the hell out of you. Strong top position, kind of a grappler and a wrestler, but she kind of fell in love with her striking more than I've ever seen her in any of her past fights. Even in her amateur fights, I don't remember her striking her as much as she did tonight. So that was probably her downfall, but it's still.
But it was the opposite
fight
for
was
Angie.
really good.
That was like the most wrestling I think I've seen from Angie too. Was that the most? I think that was the most wrestling I've seen from Angie too. So it was like the fight kind of happened to reverse in sense of how we thought it was going to go in a lot of ways. Yeah. So the fans though, had 54% of the fans. I'm going by MMA decisions. 54% of the fans had Lupe winning the fight. So the fans were a little half and half more. But media wise, it was pretty much all for Angela Hill. But she wins the decision. She looked very happy. It felt, and honestly, just from a career perspective, Angie needed this fight more than Lupe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
what did you think? She did her scrum, called out Karolina Kowalkiewicz for MSG. You like that?
Oh, which was MSG? I think. You know what? That is a fight I haven't really thought about, but why not? They haven't fought yet, and I don't see why not. Looks like that'd be a good action to Muay Thai fighters. You know, traditionally Muay Thai fighters. So yeah, fun times.
Yeah, I like that one. Let's go.
And you know what? And this is one of those fights. Lupe doesn't lose any. I mean, obviously she loses half her paycheck. That sucks. But I think we're all still high on Lupe as far as her long term standings, rankings wise within the strawweight division. So.
Wow, we get payouts this time around.
Oh yeah.
We get payouts. Looking right at them. Let's see. Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera's going home with 350 G's.
What was it? Is it half and half, show and win, or is he have something different?
I'll get 150 show, 150 win, 50 bonus.
You're putting the bonus in there too. Okay.
Yep. Cruz got 175. Onama for that gets 24,000 for that crazy fight. Ugh. Nate Landwehr got 60.
30 and 30.
But he also got 50 G's in the bonus, and so did
Yeah.
Landwehr.
How much did the two
then,
Yasmins get? Were they on the minimum?
Interesting. Lucinda got 12,000, and Yaragui got 50,000. 25 show, 25 win.
She got,
Nice
okay,
little-
she got a little
Nice
better
little
deal.
entry level contract.
Yeah,
Hell
she
yeah.
didn't get that didn't get the contender series contract. She was the Combate champ, right? Was she the champ of Combate?
I think so. She won the one night tournament. I know that.
Oh, okay. Maybe she might have just won the tournament, but yeah, but she had quite a few fights over Combate.
Yep. Devin Clark made 3 times more than Azamat Mirzakhanov did in a loss. But he's been around for a while. 75 G's for Devin Clark, 24,000 for Mirzakhanov. So there you go. Those are some of the big payouts.
Sure, we'll have all those payouts up on MMA Fighting soon.
Soon enough. I'll leave the
enough.
rest as a mystery.
One thing that we can talk about. Happy trails to Nina Nunes.
Yes, Nina Nunes announcing her retirement after her victory over Cynthia Calvillo. So happy trails, Nina. Good on her. She gets it done, leaves with the victory, and now she wants to coach and
Be a double mama. She wants another baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wants more babies.
Yeah, happy for her. It's we'll still see her around the corners, but yeah, it looks like she's done competing. So yeah, that's awesome.
Good
Cynthia
for her.
Calvillo, though, that's another discussion.
Man, just gun shy, super gun shy.
That is not the same fighter that kind of just blasted out of the cannon when she came into the UFC. I don't know if 25 just doesn't look good for her. We'll see if the UFC offers her a fight at strawweight. She's now 9-5, 4 straight losses. Yeah, 4 straight losses. Didn't necessarily. It was a split decision, but I felt that was. Yeah. I don't know. Man. Maybe Cynthia Calvillo versus actually if she goes down back to strawweight, was her versus someone like Yasmin Uruguay. Jeez, I gotta say that right. I'm saying Uruguay now. I don't know. I'm really interested in how they how slow or fast they want to push Yasmin, or even the other Yasmin, maybe the one that the 20-year-old. I think that'll be too much. I don't know. It's just interesting what happens next with Cynthia Calvillo. Yeah, because she is definitely at a crossroads, and not a good one either. She's 35 years old. Yeah, so I would I don't know, hopefully her run doesn't end. Let me see what we got. Talking about. Oh yeah.
Told you, baby. What did I tell you? What did I tell you on the People's Pre-Fight Show? GM3 via submission. Come on, baby. The South Florida move was good. Did you see the head movement? He was sliding out of the way of strikes. Like
I didn't know that. That seemed like he didn't really leave. He's with Rufus, right? GM3. He's with Rufus.
Yeah, I think he moved to South Florida.
Wow.
At least that's what they said on the broadcast.
Okay, I thought I saw someone in his corner that was also kind of the former Milwaukee team, but
Bilal was in his corner.
It was Bilal. That's who it was. Yeah. So it looked like it was just he needed a new camp, which is good. That's smart. I think DC kind of laid it out well in the commentary, kind of explaining why a new camp is good and all that stuff like that.
But there you go. That's what I want to talk about. We'll talk about it here. And I don't know. What'd you think of the commentary tonight?
I try not to complain too much online about it, but I just don't like Bisbing and DC together. I just don't like them
It was not
together.
good.
I just don't like them together. I think I like. I don't honestly. I know Bisping. He's a really good podcaster and all that stuff. And he's got a big personality. I like Bisping more on the desk, in the studio rather than in the cage side. But DC and Bisping together is just a bad combo. It was just I don't know. It's just I lost track of the moments where I was just kind of like, all right, I'm just kind of over complaining in my own head about it.
You ever see Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Of course.
And like Pee-wee leaves his driveway with his bike, and then Francis comes up to him, and he goes, "My daddy says I can have anything I want for my birthday, and I want your bike." And Pee-wee starts laughing, and it just becomes, "I know you are, but what am I?" Like, that's what it was like. It's not for sale, Bisping. Like, it was just them two. It was just unbelievable.
Like,
They're just bickering the whole time.
I always imagine what these fighters must feel like when they go home, they rest up, and go, "Hey, let's watch the fight." That's how see how it looks on TV. And like during the fight, they're fighting their heart out. It's like, oh, they've worked their entire lives to get to this moment. And in the commentary, they're just talking about nothing. Not the two men in front of them beating the crap out of each other. They're just whatever, complaining about just yeah. It was just, I don't like it. There's a time and place for that, and I don't. Yeah, that's all. There's a time and place for it, and respect the fighters in front of what they're doing. And if it's boring or you're not interested, say that. Say like, oh, they should be doing this. They should be doing that. But yeah, they just start wondering. They start wondering off. I don't know. Not my favorite.
They tighten up a bit. On the main card, but the prelims are rough.
Yeah.
Really rough.
Oh my God, what was that? DC just could not understand the fact that Angela Hill, it wasn't a short notice fight. She wasn't called a week ago. It was the entire fight was moved up, and like I felt bad for Fitzgerald because I felt like he was explaining that multiple times to DC, and he just didn't get it. He's like, so they just called you last week. It was like, well, I mean, I was technically, but it was just like, yeah, I like DC.
Yeah, Loopy too. Yeah. That was a card where you just need Paul Felder in there as like the middleman.
Yeah.
He's the like Felder with DC or Felder with Bisping, and then with either Fitz or Anik it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because he's like the voice of reason.
Yeah. He can have fun, but he's like, guys, let's talk about the fights. Let's talk about what's in front of us.
Yes.
But man, I'm looking at Tapology. So this is crazy. So we're talking about just a great card and just big upsets. Only 11% of fans had Nate Landwehr winning tonight, coming into the fight. 11%. 22% had Priscilla Cachoeira. 12% had Jared Mearshart. And 12% had Angela Hill. 34% had Nina Nunes. And only 12% had Tyson Nam. So like a lot of big dogs won tonight, betting wise and just straight picks. And Luciendo fought a much more competitive fight than I think any of us expected from her.
Yeah, I agree. Who won in our picks? I don't even see.
I think Shaheen did. We all did horrible.
We did terrible.
We did terrible. But I started strong. I had two perfect picks. You get the knock, you get the finish and the round. I was like, oh, a big night for me. But then no, it went downhill fast.
I'm looking at yours right now. I'm just looking at all of ours. There's so many red X's.
Yeah, it's just not red X's. There was a point in the fight, the night, just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna look at the score. I'm just not gonna look at our own standings. I'm just like, I just know it's a bad night.
It's brutal, absolutely brutal.
But hey, like the great John Kavanaugh said, "Win or learn." That's how.
Yes.
That's why this sport is so dang fun. Because like, we don't know what the hell we're watching. It's like, I don't know. I just have no clue. Like Ariane Lipsky, just like, oh, I'm just gonna fight this fight the stupidest way possible and we're just gonna trade hooks of Priscilla Cachoeira. Like that was like the worst strategy you could do. And I was like, all right, well, it's up to you. I guess have fun. All right. building a.
Some
So if you can you hear those sounds, do you hear those?
Oh yeah, I hear 'em.
Okay. We're building Esther Lynn, like my wife, building her sound booth right now for her. We're rebuilding. Yeah, so had to get done now.
I hear you.
So still waiting on Cheeto. Thank you for everyone watching. Waiting for Cheeto right now.
Yes. Yeah. Didn't see this coming.
All right. Hit us up with some questions or anything you got. We got Antonina. Oh, this is an interesting fight. A little revenge for Priscilla against this other sister. That was the original fight.
Yeah.
Like with the she got like 10-6 by Valentina, but she blew her knee out in that fight too, right? When she fought Cachoeira fought Valentina, right? That was like
Yeah,
just
that was one of the
worst
biggest
beatings.
beatdowns in the history of the UFC. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one though. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I mean, who knows? Cachoeira she scores a couple more wins. She's like a player, you know. Who knows? That's just things change fast.
She was the one that. Yeah, it was her. Back in December when she fought Jillian Robertson with like the thumbs in the eyes.
Yeah.
The eye gouging. Everyone wanted her out of the UFC, and now they gave her another chance. She's got 2 wins, gets a first round knockout. Now she's going 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I think everyone was expecting her to get released after that because they saw the video of her. Was it eye gouging or fish hooking? It was one of them.
It was eyes, definitely the eyes. Yeah, everyone wanted her out.
I gotta adjust my lighting now. It's so dark in here. There we go. What we got here? Someone's where? No, I was like,
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Great show, by the way. That was a great game. That was a great game show.
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
I remember that. We're already showing our age
Gumshoe. Acapella.
Yeah, I learned where to gum.
Do it acapella.
Was that on PBS? Was that a PBS?
Oh yeah.
Show? Yeah, it was a PBS show.
Yep. It's a great show.
I know you're not going to answer this. It's going to be probably for tomorrow.
It's so hard. I have to think. I don't know how it's going to work. Although there is a perfect answer for this, and I'm going to try to will it into existence tomorrow. But it was a fight that I've wanted for a while, and I think it would actually make a lot of sense.
I think before coming into this, we were kind of talking, is there a possibility that with a big win that Vera or Cruz could get a title shot from this? That's not out there, right? Or do you think Vera was that in front of a big arena, big crowd, big knockout, highlight reel knockout, or the first time someone's, I would say, truly finished Dominic Cruz, not kind of like questionable stoppage Dominic Cruz, or in the UFC at least, just straight up deaded Dominic Cruz. Is that?
Yeah, that was a knockout.
Yeah.
I liked Vera's idea. He was just like, listen, we have all these fights coming up. Let them all happen, and whoever has like the best performance or the best finish out of all of those fights should get the title fight. So I don't mind that idea. Man. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a message. Okay. All right. So,
I would.
We're gonna lose the feed for a second, but we'll be back.
Okay.
We'll be back.
I'll be back. Oh no.
It's a battery swap. Been there. Know what that's like.
All right.
And he's back.
Right. He's back. Yeah, the battery swap.
See, he's a pro. But can't really go
What-
wrong with who
are we-
Cheeto fights next.
If O'Malley loses to Jan, okay, the Jan it's the Jan and Sean O'Malley thing. It's like what happens there. I guess that's the big thing for Cheeto. Like it seems like O'Malley and O'Malley and Cheeto are they on a crash course? Are they gonna you think we're gonna see that rematch?
Yes, I do. Yes, even if O'Malley wins, like I feel like they're gonna run those two guys back either way.
Yeah.
So I feel like it could be O'Malley, although I don't know. I have another idea. I'll reveal it tomorrow.
No.
It makes a lot of sense. It probably won't happen, but there's another name that's really interesting in this conversation, and I think it's a good fight to make. It all just depends. Like, does Vera want to wait till 2023 to fight again?
Ooh, that's
or
a
does he
long
want to
wait.
try to fight?
Ooh.
Yeah, because Aljo and Dillashaw are fighting at the end of October, so he's not fighting. Like, if he's gonna wait for a title fight, he's not getting a title shot till like the first quarter of 2023 at the earliest. So it just depends. Like, does he want to fight again before the end of the year?
Yeah, it sounds like you're right. Sounds like what
A conundrum.
Conundrum, yeah. So just answer more questions.
Fight of the night was probably the fight of the night.
Yeah,
The Onama Landwehr. It was just insane. It was like hilariously just out of control.
and it's
but
just,
that
it's
was-
just so and just a slippery fight. like why are you going for all those submissions, man? You guys are like, just dripped in sweat right now. That just ain't gonna work.
It's just
I love
not
it.
right.
That was
So
like
good.
I said that basically kind of felt like a 3-round free version of Yuri versus Glover. You know, just back and forth, like just oh my god, like, the fight should be over. No, it's just yeah. So yeah, too good. Where would you rank those guys? Both those gentlemen, are they top 20? 25? The fight of the night, Landwehr and Onama.
Top 20? Top third. They're both probably top
Both
third.
top there, yeah. I think
30,
after like
35 guys.
between 20 and 35, they're all kind of everyone can kind of beat each other. So yeah, but yeah.
But it seemed like Landwehr called out Billy Q and Shane Burgos. Seemed like those are the two names I could actually like understand what he was saying because he was all sorts of fired up. Yeah, which I'm down for either of those two fights.
Yeah, both those are
Yeah, he hasn't fought
Landwehr-
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, can you put Landwehr against anybody in the UFC and go, no, I don't want to see that fight. I think he's just on that level right now. Just,
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
yeah.
He's definitely one of those guys.
Oh, let's talk about this from Mr. J. Stu.
What's next for Dom if he doesn't retire? I wish this fight happened like 2 months earlier, because then we could do Dominic Cruz, Frankie Edgar at MSG, and I'm fine with that.
That would have been
Like, I'm
awesome.
totally fine with that. That's perfect. But it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
now,
the nose
'cause
break is it was
sure
such
Dom's
a
gonna
bad
take the
knockout.
time
Yeah.
off. Yeah. So
Did you get that? Did everyone get that sense? Though you saw whenever the fighter starts they start touching their tape after a loss. You're like, oh boy, here it comes. But I don't think you don't think Dom's gonna retire,
I don't
right?
think Cruz is done.
Me neither.
No, I think Cruz is going to be that guy that's going to tell you ahead of time. He's like, this is going to be my last fight. He's going to go on like Ariel's show and be like, I'm going to announce that this is going to be my last fight, and I'm going to fight so and so.
Yeah, I don't want
Maybe
Dom to retire. I mean, I think he's still got a lot of juice in him left, and I think the title shot aspirations are kind of. I think that's for his age and just 35 being 35. I think it's just crazy. You know what? If Merab beats Aldo, there we go. That would give it enough time. Dom versus Aldo, finally.
if Merab beats Aldo, I'm okay with it now.
Which, and I think we all love Aldo, but I'm pretty sure the betting lines are going to be pretty heavy for Merab. Would you say so? Is there lines
Let's
on
see
that
what
yet?
they look like right now. There's got to be. It's the cards next week, so
Oh, it's next week. Jeez, yeah, you're
I
right.
think Aldo matches up really well with him.
He absolutely does. But
It's close. It's close. Merab minus 115, Aldo minus 105. It's basically
that's a pick 'em pretty much. Yeah, you're right. That's a okay. That's a lot closer than I thought.
Line.
Oh, I take that back. I thought that I'm going by Topology's pick. I thought the fans would be very heavy behind Merab, but no, 73% fans are picking Aldo to win that fight. So yeah, dude. Actually, the loser of that fight, either one, that would be kind of awesome versus Cruz. Also, Merab versus Dominic Cruz would be pretty awesome to think about it too. I think both fights. It's not kind of that classic, two goats fighting, with Aldo and Cruz, but Merab, I think style wise, that'd be kind of, yeah. Trying to think of someone as Dom fought someone like that, Merab, where it's just like, I'm just gonna take this guy down, that type of fighter.
Am
I missing? Not recently, yeah. Man,
I'd say probably Super Prime Faber would be the closest thing.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think Faber's the closest, yeah, and that's a little different, but yeah, Super Prime Faber. Man, did 278 sneak up on us? I was kind of shocked that it was next week.
Yeah, it's next Saturday.
Yeah, I was like, what? I really thought it was at least a couple weeks away. I was like, all right. Yeah, a lot of people want Cruz and Edgar, but yeah, Edgar doesn't have a fight, right? Or he wants to fight MSG, right? For his final fight.
He wants MSG one last fight at 135 and be done with it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an opponent yet. All right, man, that one lined up really good, but nope. Let's see what we got here.
So what do we got? September. It's 3 months.
Broken nose. That's pretty bad. And it was on the other side of his face.
It was bad.
Who does Cheetah fight next? We're not gonna answer that. You have to tune in tomorrow for on to the next.
Yes.
Oh,
maybe we'll ask Jose's opinion on that in a little bit.
Here we go. While we're waiting for Mr. Vera, still.
What's the ceiling for Yasmin? I mean, it's pretty high.
It's high.
We got. Yeah, it's high. It's high. I'm not ready to throw her in there with freaking Rose Namajunas yet, but
no.
Just be smart. Be smart with how we book both Yasmins.
Yeah.
But she's real good.
She's
real good. 23. She's only 23, so.
And hey, don't give up on the other Yasmin, Lucendo. That girl's only 20. Imagine
20.
Yeah, she's only 20. Imagine, give her 3 more years, and now making hopefully making a better income. So she doesn't have. I don't know what she does for. Is she like school or a day job or what? School? She's 20. She was born. I asked this online. I think she's the second now UFC fighter that was born post 2000. So there's gonna be more, obviously, but yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, look, you got Corey McKenna. You got Super Melly's about to make her debut. Let's see, Brianna Fortino, who used to be FKA Brianna Van Buren, supposed to be coming back soon.
Yeah, good. Yeah, she had a baby, right? Did the whole baby thing, and now getting back in there.
Yeah, she's been booked a few times. Silvana Gomez Juarez is there. I mean, there's plenty. Cheyenne Velismus, she's getting ready to fight in October against Tabitha Ricci. So one of those two individuals, Ashley Yoder.
Yeah, there's
Vanessa
lots.
Demopoulos is interesting. There's lots of 115.
Yeah, I think two. I would say at least 2 more fights outside of the top 15 for her. I would think.
Now you got Sam Hughes has won 2 in a row. Pierre Rodriguez looked good in her last fight. Lupi's there.
Yeah, Lupi's there.
It's Jessica Penne. And then, I mean, just Lots of options, and I'm
Ooh,
sure the Contender
I
Series will
I
provide
like
some
the
others.
Jessica Penne one actually. I like that. Yeah, because tonight we only saw stand up. Jessica Penne is primarily a grappler. Jessica Penne is coming off a pretty one-sided loss. Jessica Penne is in I think upper 30s, fight someone young. I love the vet versus prospect. So yeah, Jessica Penne. I'm down with that one. But there are lots of names out there, obviously. A lot of people are saying Cruz Sandhagen. I do not like that fight.
Sandhagen's fighting. He's got a
Yeah,
fight booked already.
Yeah, he's got a fight booked, and win or lose, I don't like that fight. I think Sandhagen. Who's he fighting next? I already forgot. I know it's a good fight.
Song Yudong.
Yeah, Song Yudong. I think Sandhagen, win or lose, is he's still relatively young into his career, and he's gonna be a big player for a while. And I think Cruz is kind of on the other side of it, and I mean it's still a good fight. The UFC will probably wind up booking it, but don't quite like that fight yet. I don't think.
I mean, and what if Aljo just goes out there and 50-45s TJ Dillashaw? Then we could do Cruz Dillashaw too. I don't have a problem with that.
Just with the beef, yeah.
What if Cody Garbrandt?
Cruz didn't look bad tonight. Cruz didn't look bad tonight. Just Vera looked freaking awesome. That's all. They both look good.
What if Garbrandt beats Ronnie Yaya? Then we could do Cruz Garbrandt too.
That's what I'm saying. Lots of good fights for Dominic Cruz. I just don't think Sandhagen's not quite the one, right? There's so many other good fights for Dom, I think. Oh, talk about something that was mentioned on the card.
Bo Nickel, DC said he could beat top 15 in middleweight now. Bisping doesn't believe it. How crazy is it that Bo got a fight announcement today? I mean, it's not crazy. Listen, this is all planned out. Okay, this is all planned out. The opponent was probably picked out before the fight happened on Tuesday. And if you look at Tapology, the guy that he's fighting is what the hell is his name? Hang on. I have to look it up. I know who he is. I know who he lost to he beat in his last fight. It's the CFFC middleweight champion, Donovan Beard. That's who it is. Donovan Beard. He's fighting Donovan Beard. All I'll say to you is go on UFC Fight Pass and go watch CFFC 101, I believe, and watch the fight between Donovan Beard and Miles Lee. And you will understand why this matchup was made. And here's Chito Vera. Look at that shirt. Unbelievable.
3, 2, 1. My checker. What is good? Oh, yeah. Oh, let me put this like this. Get some space.
Finish texting.
You can ask me.
Okay. Well, congratulations on another knockout victory, Marlon. I'm just wondering, what are your emotions now that you got past this Dominic Cruz fight? This was a fight that you had asked for leading into this, and then you get another win like this.
I just like to kind of like let it digest, just, appreciate the moment, enjoy with my family, with my friends, with my team, and just knowing that everything I did leading to this fight just paid off. Hard work, staying consistent, staying focused. Don't be fucking around like an idiot, and just being consistent. This is the best years of my life are ahead of me right now. So why don't be all in, So now is my time. I've been calling it, but next week comes out and I gotta go back to the gym and keep working, because those performances don't happen like that if you're just going halfway. I'm all in.
And in the first few rounds, you did drop him, but he managed to pop back up pretty quickly, and he was moving left to right like he normally does. Did he do anything in there that maybe frustrated you or hurt you in there at all?
I was just being patient. I was taking my time. I dropped him in the first two, like you said, and when I dropped him, I didn't went crazy. I didn't try to chase the finish. I never chase the finish. I don't have any problems. I stand in front of you, and I'm finding those openings.
Then the head kick that put him down, I don't know if you know, but like Eric Nixick tweeted like maybe a couple minutes before that opening would be there. Henry Cejudo said that's the same technique he used to put Dominic Cruz down. Did you know you could take advantage in that opening, that when he would drop his head, that you could finish him with a head kick?
Like 6 days ago, my coach sent me a picture, just a screenshot of Munoz kicking him in the body, and his head was dipping. And he don't say anything. He don't say a sentence. He just sent me the picture, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, I know what you. I know. We just have a good connection. I was like, okay, I know what you're talking about it. And in the third round, in between, he told me, punch in the air, have him dip, and throw a haymaker. And I listen, good to coach, you know.
And then this win, you're the first bantamweight in UFC history with double-digit finishes. You have
Wow.
now the second most bouts, the second most wins, and the second most knockouts in UFC bantamweight history. I'm curious if you were aware of that and if any of those stand out more than the others.
I just think it's really cool to get this far, having those records. And when I was 14 years old in Ecuador, I was just telling everybody I want to be a UFC fighter, I want to be a world champion, I want to move to the US and train with a real gym. And looking back, everything looked like a fantasy back then, but no one knew I was being for real. That was really my dream. And now that I'm living it, I'm fucking happy. I'm very happy with myself. I'm very happy with the people around me, and I just can't wait to see what's next. I'm gonna go back to work, and I'll be ready because, if you stop going forward, you stay behind.
Then last one for me. A lot of people thought that if Dominic had won this, he could possibly get a title shot next. Obviously, Marab and Aldo have that fight next week. Are you going to be paying attention to all these bantamweight fights coming up?
I pay attention to every single UFC, top to bottom. Doesn't matter who's fighting. Doesn't matter who's the first or last fight of the night. I'm watching. I like to watch. I love that's the reason I love doing commentary, because I'm watching live. I can pick up the energy of the fight. I can see what's going on in there, and I'm definitely going to pay attention. And I will see who they give it next.
Marlon, obviously you dropped him a few times. Were you surprised he was able to get back up? Did you hit him with something and think, oh, he's over, and he was good back up?
He comes in really good shape. When you're in shape, you can get back up, and he can scramble pretty good. So when I dropped him the first time in the first round, the first thing that came to my mind was what happened in the Munoz fight. Munoz rushed the finish, and then he kind of like leave everything in the first round. So I just told myself, I got fucking 4 more rounds to break this guy. So don't get crazy. And this thing is a motherfucker. So I was like, just stay focused, and you will catch him.
Did a lot's been made of his style and stuff like that. Did you find it particularly tricky, or did you think, oh, I'll chill and wait for him to come in?
Honestly, me and my team, we really think the way he fights is kind of like very low level. Like there's no base, there's no good stance. All that movement side to side, like I'm like we told each other we have to kick this guy's ass. But by saying that, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. I just believe that style is not the best style for MMA. Maybe for boxing can works better, but for MMA you got way too many weapons going. And what he does well, he mixes takedowns with that movement. That's when he's successful. But I was like, it's gonna be hard for him to take me down. So we were pretty confident, but we knew this fight wasn't easy.
Did you get a cut on your hand?
Yeah, I tried to don't talk about it. When I was getting my hands wrapped, my man house by accident caught me. It's a little cut, so I didn't. I did freak out a little bit. You're getting ready for a fight. You're wrapping your hands. You're kind of like shitting your pants in there. So you're just trying to keep your mind right. And then when I saw the blood, I was like, fuck. But I was like, the first thing I look at coach and I was like, I ain't gonna pull out insurance plans. I'm good, because people can be like, oh, I can make it. Find a way out. It's gonna be hard to find that on us.
Thank you.
Chito right here. Your teammates, Luke Rockhold and Mackenzie Dern, were here in attendance, and there's video out there. Luke Rockhold very into your fight, supporting you. Obviously, with them competing, like, are you planning to be out there in Salt Lake to, return the favor and be there for him too?
Yeah, I think I'm coming with my family, having like every time my family, it's in the UFC, it's in the crowd, a little stress because I'm coming up. I think it will be cool to bring my whole family, and I'm gonna try to make my dad stay a little longer to bring him and make him have a good time over there. So, it was good to have them around here. Especially Luke, he was all 5 weeks around here, and you know, it feels good to have support. So you always have to give it back.
There are obviously a lot of Mexican fighters, but I think with your victory also just big for Latin American fighters tonight. Did you feel a little bit of that energy too when you came out to the arena that this was a night for the Latinos and Latinas in the UFC?
1,000%. I saw all those Ecuadorian flags in there. The crowd was like half half. That guy literally lived a couple miles from here, so I'm fighting the local guy, but you know there's a lot of Ecuadorians around in LA, in San Diego, in New York. So I knew coming to this fight, it's gonna. I said it before, don't be surprised if the crowd is cheering for me. So, you know, they know I fight for my people. They know I have a heart, and they like that.
And then my final question, just you've alluded to it. You can't control what UFC chooses with the future belts and all that. I think people want to know, how can you be so chill? Because people are thinking Chito's on a roll. If I were him, I'd be feeling like, hey, the time is now, this and that. And how are you able to manage those emotions when other people, let's be honest, they might get a little ahead?
Well, that's a good thing, having a good mindset, and just really don't giving a fuck about the things you cannot control. I wake up every day. I feel motivated. I have a lot of drive. I go to the gym. I don't train when I have a fight. I train year around. So I get it. Sometimes the UFC, kind of like pick a guy over other, but we're all self-contractors. This is not like they don't work for us. We don't work for them. They just pick who's the best to give us the best show. So I don't mind working like that, and I know for a matter of fact they like me. So why be tripping when you know everything's gonna come your way? Just keep working.
Chito, right here. You alluded to your coaches earlier and the snapshot. Was that from Jason Perillo? The snapshot, the screenshot of Dominic with his.
Oh yeah, Parillo sent me that picture like 6 days ago. It was literally Munoz kicking his body, and his head was dipping all the way down. And he don't text anything. He just sent me the picture. It's like, so I pick it up. I was like, he just giving me a message. And in the third round, he told me, punch in the air, find his punch to the arms, and throw a fucking haymaker. And I was like, thank you, coach.
Can you talk about what it's like having Coach Perillo in your corner and the advice that he's given you, and just having a mind like that coaching you?
It's changed my life. Give me a real run for the title. Give me a real base. Give me real confidence. And many years ago, I was already reaching out to him. When I moved to California and was in a different gym, I was already asking him to train me. And like I said before, it didn't happen in that moment, but you just gotta fucking keep asking. Sometimes you don't get it the first time. You gotta keep asking, and eventually you will get it. And now that we have a full time together, it's just like I can just see and feel the evolution, adding wrinkles to my game nonstop.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the moment your reggae music hit, there was a distinct smell of marijuana around the cage. Did you
Come
smell
on.
it?
Oh, fuck yeah. I was trying to get a hit of that. I was like, whoa, I love it. So, that's one of my favorite songs. I never know how the song is gonna hit. This was the best entrance I had in my life, and it was the song. It was just everything around the Spanish town. I was just like, holy shit, this is a fucking nice walkout.
And that was the signal to everybody to start lighting up.
Oh, they know what's up.
Thanks, Chito.
Thank you.
Hey, Cheeto, congrats on the victory right over here. You could hear everything in this building. And right before your fight, the co-main event, Nate Landwehr against David Onama, arguably fight of the year, you already put enough pressure on yourself. Did you feel extra pressure to perform in front of this crowd and really make a statement here tonight?
Zero. My goal is just to win. When we were in the locker room, like the commissioners were saying, like, "Oh, that's fight of the night. That's fight of the night." Normally somebody will turn back and be like, "Hey, wait for me." I was just like so focused that I was like, just get in there, do your thing, remain focused. Like all those little things can get you out of your mind. I was just like, I was just low and just waiting for my moment.
Who was more excited for you in the moment, Luke Rockhold or Coach Jason Perillo?
What do you mean?
Who had the most excitement the moment they embraced you inside the octagon and when you left the octagon?
Oh, I'm sure coach. He's the one working every day with me. So he's seeing his work paying off. I'm sure he's stoked. Luke too. He was happy as fuck. But the one putting time on me every day is Jason.
If for some reason you don't get the title shot next, what do you think is worthy of it for you? Do you think it's a co-main event of a pay-per-view event? It's headlining another main event? What would you like?
Oh, I will have like if they make me pick, 5 rounds is always better. Main event is always better. All eyes on you. Bigger prize. So we'll see what happens.
Cheeto, you mentioned that Coach Perillo changed your life. The UFC changed your life. It's a dream, what you're doing, right? But in Ecuador, it's not so simple. And we know that there's been plenty of protests in the last few months. Things seem to be a little bit more calm right now. But I'm curious, do you have any message for the people back home?
I always tell the people that don't get trapped in the bad moment. Don't get trapped in the bad day. We gotta get together and stand up and just keep dreaming, keep working, because we can complain forever. We can get inside of those bad moments and just kind of stay stuck. And best thing we can do as a country is just keep moving forward, keep looking for the best. And what I tell always the people is like, don't lose sight of going astray. Follow your dreams and you will get it. If you really want it, you will get it.
And how do you feel personally to be such a role model for people?
It feels great to be a voice for the people that is looking for something in life, and they're trying hard, and sometimes you do get lost. You're like, I might don't make it, like this is getting too hard, too far, but at the end of the day, you keep pushing, eventually you get it.
Chito, por acá, izquierda. En español, ¿cómo te sientes después de este gran triunfo con esa patada espectacular?
Me siento bien, me siento contento. Realmente estoy muy feliz y aprecio mucho el momento. No estoy feliz por lo que pasó, estoy feliz por lo que estoy haciendo y es solo una señal más que el trabajo duro paga y que cuando realmente te lo propones lo vas a conseguir.
¿Qué fuiste a decirle a Dana White justo después de la pelea?
Agradecerle. Yo creo que a veces pedimos todo, pedimos mucho y queremos más, pero a veces simplemente decir las gracias no cuesta nada, ¿no? Porque no hay mejor manera de ganar las cosas que dando y dando, ¿no? Entonces yo pongo performances like that, pongo performances épicos, a ellos les gusta y es un negocio.
A la gente de Ecuador que vino a visitarte y a la gente de Ecuador allá en tu país, ¿qué le dices?
Pues se siente increíble tener todas las banderas ahí en la arena, fue algo que realmente me motivó mucho, ver a toda la gente bailando con la bandera arriba, es algo increíble, es algo que no puedo describirlo, pero que en mi corazón, que en mi estómago lo puedo sentir y por eso peleo de la forma que peleo.
Y una última pregunta, ¿cuánta weed piensas fumar después de esto?
La que haya.
Chito, por acá. Chito, ¿cómo te sientes después de esta victoria y sobre todo de estar en el camino, ¿no? Me imagino a los sueños que te propusiste desde que saliste de Ecuador, lo que se habla de que te mereces una pelea por el título, estar estelarizando eventos, todo el apoyo que tienes hoy en día. ¿Cómo te sientes de estar cumpliendo esos sueños?
Se siente bien, se siente gratificante ver que todo lo que he hecho está pagando, que todo lo que he hecho no ha sido en vano y pues los altos y los bajos en mi vida me han traído hasta acá, ¿no? Entonces, feliz de tener a un buen equipo, feliz de tener a mi familia aquí, feliz de que la gente vea que sí se puede.
El momento del MMA ecuatoriano, vimos la foto con Michael Morales, ¿no? O sea, ya lo habías dicho, cuando peleas tú se paraliza el país, que es tenerlos ustedes dos en UFC y más los que pueden venir en un futuro, ¿no?
Pues yo me imagino que cada vez vendrán más, el nivel seguirá subiendo, seguirán mejorando y como siempre lo he dicho, GSP, los peleadores de ahora no son mejores que los que están viniendo, así que poco a poco el nivel va creciendo y la gente va llegando y pues a Michael que siga trabajando, que siga luchando porque esta es una carrera bien larga.
Gracias, Chito.
Gracias.
You gonna go finish that back piece now?
I will try to. Thank you, guys.
Gracias, Chito.
All right, there he is, the big winner, Marlon Chito Vera. Man's rolling. Let's see what kind of opportunity is coming his way next, and perhaps we'll touch on that and a lot more because we're not done yet. We got the post-fight show coming up in a matter of seconds. So join us. Thank you, Casey. We'll see you on the other end. We'll see you guys on the other end as well. Thank you for watching. Post-fight.